outside. In fact, they think there's an edge. No interest from the umpire, no interest from Kawaja. How are they handling this? They're sending it straight up.
That's definitely out.
It's close to the bench.
That's definitely out.
There it is. 5 for 89. The Poms have got the Aussies by the pill bag and they're bloody squeezing. For Discovery Park's Triple M Rocks cricket.
So Bumble 6-1-22. I tell you what, I'm from Sydney. The unisex toilet is a big thing. Is that sort of infiltrated into Manchester?
Yeah, there's a few. Yeah. It says any gender. I went in Manchester into one of them any gender and for a sit-down job.
Yeah.
And I let off the most enormous fart as I'm just settling in. And the voice from the next cubicle was a lady. She says, "Is that you, Maureen?"
This is defended for a single.
Maybe it was one of them that went on forever, you know what I mean?
Did you pretend
Is that you, Maureen?
Did you pretend you were Maureen? Or not?
Oh, I did. Just let it go.
Yes, love. Oh, well, I didn't expect that to come in. And yet he blanches at the word pill bag. And in behind this is Green turning it around. Yes. Welcome, Channel 7, to the professional world of Triple M cricket.
We do kiddies' parties as well and funerals.
Rule that says as soon as you leave the field of play, whatever happens with the no ball review does not matter. Brighton Cast, 12 no balls this summer prior to that delivery. Quadruple any other product.
Michael Noosa on strike. Bowled in. Ball. Josh Tongue rolls straight through. First ball of a new over. And Michael Noosa stumps are disturbed. Well, it's Josh Tongue again.
The army, the Barmy army, and we are mental, and we are mad. We are the loyalist cricket supporters that the world has ever had.
Very good. Beautiful. Do you send out an opening night watchman?
If you're captain like I was, my word.
You would have gone out there, though.
Who's going out there?
And Tubby, you would have walked out with him, but stood at the non-strikers end and said, "We are not running."
No singles, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a funny one, isn't it? Because it doesn't really happen that opening batsmen don't tend to get night watchmanship. You know, they do it for lower order play or middle order players, but generally not for the openers. It's generally a job to go out there. But if you look at someone like Travis Head, for example, he's not a noted opener, is he? He's only become an opener full-time in the last few test matches, so he certainly would be one you might think about not opening the batting with.
Well, interestingly, Andrew McDonald was a part of the Victorian lineup, and I believe they were using a night watcher watchman for their openers in these scenarios when he was playing there. So now coach of the Australian lineup, so we might just see that.
Well, Boland is coming out, the night watchman.
We called it. We called it.
Cal, doesn't it make you feel good when you say to one of the great Australian captains, "What about a night watchman?" He says, "That's not a bad idea." And then Scotty Boland comes out. Executive decision. Tubby calls the last ball.
Watching.
Let's go.
Right, come on. What I want to see here is a bit of innovation.
Okay.
I want to see him run down the deck with no one in front of square. Here he goes. 5 slips, and he edges, and he's got a he runs! Run away! Oh, yes!
Crowd goes wild. Scott Boland sends the Vicks home happy. What a finish. What a day. None for 4.
Scotty Boland does it.
Where's Merv? He's going to be a pitch invader in a second.
He's down there.
Wow.
Goodness gracious me.
What a day's entertainment. Boxing Day delivers. 20 wickets. And just Captivating stuff from start to finish. Well done to Scott Boland. And well called, Mark Taylor.
Yes, Tub.
Under strict instructions from the Australian staff that Merv cannot touch Scotty Boland. He wants to get real physical with him at the moment. Keep your hands to yourself, Merv. Scotty, you've just walked off with a hero's reception. That was extraordinary.
Yeah, I never thought I was going to open the batting with Travis Head at the G in front of 95,000, but yeah, that was awesome.
What happened? We saw you run off when you took the last wicket. Did you put your hand up, or were you told what to do?
No, I got told I was going to go out there, and I think when you're in that position, it's only one over. You want to protect your batters, so I was happy to go out there for one over.
Yeah, the big one there. We see you go up and down the race tonight. We see Dizzy Gillespie in there. 201 as a night watching. How confident are you?
Not very.
Mate, how nerve-wracking is it? So you're topping your mark, you're a bowler, you've got that on your plate, you go out, you clear your mind, you bowl. How do you go? Is it a different mindset with the bat in hand? Just concentrate on the ball?
I knew I was going to face 6 balls, and I was going to stay that in the whole over, so I knew what my job was. And I think when you face a new ball, you know they're generally going to pitch it up. Apart from that first ball where I sort of ballooned, I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, that's one thing I'm happy to do for the team. I don't really usually like doing night watching when it's about 30 minutes, but one over is okay.
Now, Scotty, right in front of us, there's a chant going on. Let's have a listen. You've got a chant for your name and you've got pads on. I bet you never dreamt of that.
No, it's the crowd at the G's amazing. I think I said 95,000, biggest crowd they've had it for cricket. So I know. I think we obviously getting sent in the bat, we didn't want that result, but I think we're in a pretty good position now.
1 for 20. Well, Warne always used to say, Bluey, if it seems, it'll spin.
Yeah, that was his.
I don't know whether
was
that was because he was so bloody good it didn't matter.
He said that to me a few times after wickets I'd bowled on that were almost spinning the wrong way. They were that green. But yeah, he could spin it on anything, but that's because he was Shane Warne. And I'm going to say this, and I hate it. You know when people say arguably the best bowler ever? There's no argument. Shane Warne's the best bowler to ever play cricket. By miles.
Well, it's the most difficult skill from a bowling point of view.
Leg spin. Yeah.
So if you master it the way he did, it's hard to argue.
He was the best on the field, and definitely the best off the field.
Yeah, the field bit coming.
So when Wilfred, when he was 6 or 7, I was trying to get him into cricket. He'd been watching YouTube, and he said, I said, what do you want to be then? He said, I want to be a batsman like Joe Root or a bowler like Shane Warne.
Good choices.
He went, you know I bowled as well, don't you, Will? He went, yeah, I know, but I've watched that. But I want to be a bowler like Shane Warne. If ever someone's going to put you in your place, it's your kids, isn't it?
Just thinking over that break about your comments regarding Warne being the greatest bowler ever. Having had the extreme misfortune of being 22 yards away from Wasim Akram and Malcolm Marshall, I find it hard to believe that anyone could bowl better than those two.
Yeah.
Wasim Akram was a complete nightmare.
Imagine Wasim Akram on this pitch.
No, you couldn't. But you had to cope with him.
Yeah, I had to face Wasim. I didn't. Yeah, Pakistan were tough. Like their attack.
What units?
Yeah, Shoaib Akhtar, their spinners. You know.
So when Wasim Akram was playing for Lancashire and Old Trafford, the pitch used to be rapid. I mean, as quick as Perth. It was really fast pitch. But the pavilion was side on to the pitch, so everyone looks quicker. And in the away dressing room, but there used to be a little phone booth. Before the days of mobile phones, there was a phone in there. And Northants played this game famously. There's a little lad called Andy Roberts, who was a leg spinner, and he was only about 5'3", but he was also their night watchman. They played this county game. Wasim's bowling 100 miles an hour from side on. And suddenly they think, where's Reggie Roberts? And he was underneath the towel, and he was phoning his mum and dad up to tell him he loved them, just in case.
Oh, yeah.
NRMA insurance stats, Scott Boland 6 not out on strike at the moment. More runs in this innings than Ben Duckett, Jacob Bethell, Joe Root and Jamie Smith combined.
All right, steady on.
He is on strike. Atkinson with him. And his edge is gone, just as Ethan Meldrum started pumping him up. He has to depart. 1 for 22. Nice piece of bowling.
Well, the wicket goes down to Atkinson, but Ethan should definitely claim this. It was the first one. It was slightly fuller, a wobble seam. It didn't really do much, to be honest. It's just a night watchman, a tail ender, staying fairly leg side of it, getting the outside edge. So England get the desperately needed early breakthrough and get rid of Boland, who just could have annoyed England, but he's gone. He made 6, 22 for 1.
Discovery Park, Triple M Rocks cricket.
Sorry, I should say 1 for 22.
Stats still holds, mate.
Defends eighth NRMA insurance stats.
Travis Head this summer, 437 runs, averaging 62 with a couple of centuries. I'm keeping a close eye on a list of most second innings runs in an Ashes series. Don Bradman's clear on top, 564. Travis Head, 361. Won't take much for him to get the second place.
Just be careful that you don't moz Travis Head like you did Scott Boland earlier.
No, I've had a bit of a stinker this morning.
I would think a second strike today would leave you in big trouble.
Particularly between us two fellow Victorians, I've really let the team down.
Yeah. Tubby had Scott Boland down for a career high day today. Merv had him down for a double ton. And he's back in the pavilion. And so is Travis Head, cleaned up by Bryden Cass. Beat him, all ends up. The death rattle for Australia is a noise they did not want to hear 20 minutes before lunch. 4 for 82.
Well, that's what Bryden Cass can bring. That was almost an unplayable. That's a beauty. Travis Head, as I was just saying, has been bringing out, or keeping out the good one. Well, that one was the scrambled seam, went across him a bit, ended up playing inside and clipped the top of off. So he said, that's what you've got to aim for on this pitch. That's what he did well there.
4 for 82 for Discovery Park's Triple M Rocks cricket.
But Roy and HG warned us about this.
Oh, yeah.
One day. The great Kings, Roy and HG, they warned us of the one-day test match. And we're not quite there yet, but we're on our way, aren't we? You know, is this test match sponsored by TikTok?
Yeah.
Is this series sponsored by TikTok? Because the overriding bipartisan feeling across the nation and the globe is that people just want the cricket to be on for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Is it too much to ask after 360-odd days of work, chained to our desks or whatever you do, to have some cricket on? Well, the answer is no. There's a palpable sense at the ground and around the world that we just want it to wash over us as we melt into the couch. And I smell a rat. As I see Crawley and Duckett stroke it around, put on however many they did. I think, what has Pagey done at the innings break?
Yeah.
What has Pagey done now to detect? Is he an IPL psyop? is he a TikTok psyop? You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, this is just going too fast for me. He goes, it's total head loss. Cricket Australia are crying foul over the coffers. But I'm wondering if Cricket Australia are like, we've lost 3 million in Perth. We've lost 10 million here, but we might get 1 billion if we sell the BBL to the IPL.
Chop change.
You know what I mean? This is $15 million to win public opinion.
Yeah, okay,
right? This is cheap as chips.
Okay.
I just smell a rat. That's all I'm saying.
Richardson bowls. That'll do it. Runs down to the boundary for 4. England smile for the first time this summer. The Barmy Army rejoices as one in Bay 13.
That hurts.
England win by 4 wickets in 2 days of cricket. The incredible roller coaster ride comes to an end with England on top.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad that England haven't, carried on. They've been absolutely wiped off the park. 3-zip. Yes, they've had a great day today, but I think they were very respectful then, the 2 batters out. Obviously, the Barmy Army's going off, but well done to England. They've given their fans something to cheer about, Swerve.
Yeah, well, they needed to. With all the talk coming over here, they're 3-0 down. They had to stand up, and I was actually a little bit disappointed from their response after the Stokes post-match in Brisbane, that they didn't respond a bit better in Adelaide. Yeah, things went against them there, but ultimately they were right out of the game. But to come here, they kept themselves in touch, and that's what you need to do. Trying conditions, they got out there. They worked hard, their bowlers did really well, and that Josh Tongue in the first innings, mate, was absolutely fantastic. And I don't know whether we talk about man of the match or not, but you would think that he would be man of the match. Was at 5 in the first, 3 in the second, and he bowled really well. And where the other guys swing it a little bit, get the wrong length, he gets it right.
And what about this Barmy Army over there? Are you going to spend a bit of time with them after the presentations, because they look right for a good time, put it that way?
Yeah, I don't think we want to. I mean, we love the support and stuff, but I think they'll be on a different wavelength to us, to be honest.
Hey, listen,
they'll be cooking.
We've been on your side. The stuff that came out last week at Triple M, we've gone, nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely.
How good a joint is Noosa? Seriously. It's a great joint, isn't it?
You're trying to trip me up there.
No, not at all. We love it. We've been on your team. We've said the whole thing was overblown, and God knows what we'd get into if we had a camera everywhere.
Oh, that's right.
Well done.
Cheers.
Earn that win. Well done.
Thank you very much.